Good day, crafty chums, and we're just going to try a technique today, and it's what I call the 2-for-1 technique. So if you come down to the table and I'll show you what I mean. So what we've got here is 2 ATC size cards. That's 2.5 by 3.5, 2.5 by 3.5, and 3 pieces of jelly print paper that Josie kindly gave to me. And they're all 2.5 by 3.5 as well. So let's get to it, shall we? What I'm going to do is I'm going to rip this first lot of paper here. And just in jagged lines, and then I'm going to rip this paper here, but make it wide enough to cover this gap here. So I'm going to rip down here, and I'm going to rip, just make sure it's wide enough, down here. Just check. Ooh, just made it. And then I'm going to rip another strip that will just go down the centre. And just make it, you know, just an interesting shape and pattern as well. And then that one will go there. So then that leaves us with these are the strips here, and they will go something a little bit like this. That way round, doesn't it? So there. So what I've got to do now is glue it down. So I'll be back after I've just glued these down. First of all, of course, I'm going to distress them. Distress the edges, blah blah blah. And then I'll glue them down and be back. So I've glued this one down, and I'm just going to put a heavy weight on it, which is what I normally do when after I finish gluing things. So I'm just going to find something, a stamp thing. So I'm just going to use this as just so that I get an even spread of the weight on it like that. And I thought you might actually want to see me glue one down so you know what you're doing. So let's just work on this so you can see how actually the gluing works. As I was doing the other one, I was thinking you might want to see it, you might not, but yeah. So I'm going to put these strips down here, place them as much on the outside as you can. Then I'm going to place these ones here. It's actually just moving a little bit. It's a good thing about wet glue is it does give you a chance to move things around, and then distressing as well allows you to cover any little white edges you might have also, so it's not noticeable when the piece is finished. So we're just going to do that there, just as much to there as you can. And we're going to pop the one in the middle, but this one's a bit large, so what I'm going to do is just make it a little bit smaller. Try and make it, you know, don't keep it in a straight line when you rip it. Try and make it jagged and interesting looking. And just going to glue this one down too. And I'll let these dry, so that's what that one looks like. I'll let these dry and then come back and finish them off. Okay, we're back, and although they're not quite dry, they'll be dry enough just to finish off the cards here. And what I'm doing is making a replica of these two cards. They won't be exactly the same because no two trading cards are exactly the same unless you're absolutely scanning them in and printing them out. So I'm just making these two here, and they'll be slightly different, but they're still the same. So let's go. This is a stamp that's come out to commemorate the Magna Carta, which was signed in 1215, and this came on a couple of pieces of mail that came through the mail to me. So okay, so there's that one there. That's that one finished. Well, that's all I'm going to do on that one there. So I call it finished. So I'll just pop that there. And this one here, which will be this one here, this is a Santoro image, and what I did was it came in a box of brads, the little images there, and so that was that one there, and I've cut them out and used them on the ATCs, and I've just got a couple of the brads left. But I won't be using those on there, they go on cards normally. So yeah, I'll just finish this one off, and so that was 2 ATCs for one. Hope you liked today's challenge and have a go yourself. Just get the papers and make 2 ATCs from just the one type of paper. Hope you liked it. See you again soon. Bye.